It always amazes me, the things that people throw out onto the side of the road. This is a Husqvarna 325L X Series whippersnipper. As far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with it aside from a broken fuel bulb and some questionable inhabitants. I tested it before I grabbed it, and the engine has plenty of compression, and it isn't seized. I'll take care of the unwanted tenant first. I think there's meant to be an air filter in there. These Allen screws remove the cover to give access to the carburetor. Before I replace anything, I'll make sure there's a spark. Perfect. Right. I'll take the hoses off and get the old fuel bulb out, as well as this crusty old fuel hose before swapping in the new parts. The fuel bulb has a couple of clips, and a pair of pliers can help to snap them in. I put a bit of fuel in and tried to prime it, but nothing. I think I found the reason the previous owner couldn't start it and got rid of it. That's the fuel feed line for the carburetor broken off in the tank. Kinda wish I'd checked that before I put the fuel in. I probably should replace the fuel filter, but I don't have one, so I'll just reuse the old one. Feeding the lines around the tight spaces is a bit of a pain, and I had to loosen the tank to get the return line out. I wish I'd just done that from the start. Refitting the tank and pull starter is pretty tricky. I'm holding down a little clip with a pick so that the starter will fit in. I also made an air filter from some filter foam. This stuff's meant to be oiled, but I'll do that later. For now, it'll hopefully keep some of the larger rocks out. And success. It starts. But it's not running well. The idle's far too high even with the screw backed all the way out, and it bogs down and dies when you give it throttle. I tried to tune it, but I couldn't adjust the high-speed jet enough because of the limiter. Back on the bench. I think they put these things on at the factory for emissions reasons, but also to stop inexperienced people making it not run at all. You can see it limits you to about 270 degrees of motion. The problem is most people, myself included, don't use chemical glassware to measure their two-stroke mixture, which means the air-fuel ratio often needs to be adjusted every time you mix up a new batch. That's okay though, it's an easy fix. I couldn't easily get the restrictor off, or easily pull out the little roll pin, so I just attacked it with a pair of side cutters. Now I can tune it properly. It took a little bit of fiddling because it was miles out, but once I got it right, it ran and idled beautifully. And it's quite a nice little whippersnipper. Thanks for watching.